Welcome. My name is Shannon, and I'm so thrilled that you've joined me for Mastering Powerful Presence. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and then a little bit about the course. So I actually am a Yale-trained actor, professional actor. I'm a award-winning playwright, and I'm also a positive psychology practitioner. I'm a facilitator, and I trained at Penn in positive psychology. In addition, I went to Georgetown to study leadership coaching. So I combine all of those things, all of those tools and strategies in this program, which I'm really excited to share with you. The question that I often get is, how did you get from being a professional actor to being a facilitator, coach, keynote speaker? And I see that the red thread through all of those things is really being interested in investigating human behavior and understanding what makes people tick. So as an actor, I wanted to know what made my character tick, but I also was interested in increasing people's happiness. You come see a show and you're happier after you leave. But after about a decade, I wanted more. I wanted to be able to impact people on a deeper level. But I thought, I don't know, do I have any marketable skills? Are they translatable at all? And I met with a coach. Her name was Patch Schwadron at the Actors Work Program. And the first thing she did was give me a strengths assessment. Now, not dissimilar from the strengths assessment that you're going to take for this course. And I realized, wow, I have all of these strengths and they can be used for other things. So we explored different careers. She was an amazing coach, and she helped give me hope that there was a new path, a new career out there for me. And at the same time, I was asked to come in and teach executive presence, powerful presence, to some women leaders at a professional services firm. And I realized, wow, all of these things that I've been learning for years, they're absolutely translatable to other people. And I was thrilled. So thus began my path of wanting to find, what does the research say, which is why I went to Penn. What does the science say behind increasing well-being and leadership? And then I went to get a degree in coaching because I love facilitating large programs, but I also love the one-on-one and how you can go deeper in a coaching session. So that's really what I'm excited about, is how this course can help you become a more powerful version of who you already are. So about this course, it is combining the tools and aspects of the theater and combining positive psychology and the research. Now, one caveat I want to make is that we're going to use the words executive presence and powerful presence interchangeably. And the reason why we titled it Powerful Presence is that people often get confused when they hear the word executive presence. They think, do I have to be an executive? Am I presenting to an executive? And none of those things are true. Really, it just means having that gravitas, or that weight, that importance when you go in front of a room of people. The other caveat is that presence is often a word talked about in mindfulness circles or meditation circles. And that is really more about being in the moment and being centered. And while that kind of presence is important for powerful presence or executive presence, there's a slight difference between the two. So we will talk a little bit about that mindfulness presence, but really the focus of the course is around the powerful presence. So now I'm going to tell you about the course objectives. So the course objectives, what do we want you to get out of this at the end of 6 weeks? First of all, we want you to understand the difference between the aspects of internal presence and external presence. How do you think about your thinking, metacognition? How do you control those aspects of presence? And the external aspects of presence, your gestures, your voice, your posture. How can you bring those together and have them work in concert so that everything you're doing is congruous? It makes sense. Because the thing is that when people meet you for the first time, there's different research, but some research says that in the first 7 seconds of meeting you, they make at least 11 judgments about you or more. You'll find some of these books that I'm going to throw out in the resource pack. One of them is by Daniel Kahneman, who's a Nobel Prize winning behavioral economist, called Thinking Fast and Slow. And he talks about the difference between system 1 thinking and system 2 thinking. And the system 1 thinking is that knee-jerk response. I used to live in Queens, and I remember walking down the street at 2 a.m, and the hairs on the back of my neck went up. That's system 1 thinking, the fear response. I immediately had a response to someone who wasn't even in my eyesight, who saw me at 2 a.m. with my boyfriend's bike. But system 2 thinking is where you process things more deeply. So it's the system 1 thinking, which is why we want you to think about your presence and how you come across. So we want you to have some insight into how you come across and how you can improve your presence. We're also going to talk to you about something we actors know so well, which is how do you control nerves? Now, the myth is that, oh, well, if you're a professional actor, you don't get nervous. Haha, that couldn't be further from the truth. We do. We just have lots of tools, and I'm really excited to share those with you. And finally, what we're going to do is look at how can you be authentic. I get this concern a lot is, but I don't want you to change who I am. I don't want to become a different person. We don't want you to become a different person either. We want you to become the best version of you. And we're also going to look at storytelling. How do you convey your presence in a story to influence other people? We are hardwired to learn from hearing stories, and that's what we're going to do in the last few weeks of the course.